Hello everyone, welcome to rewriting general equation to standard equation. From general form, we will make it into standard form so that we will get the center of the circle and its radius. Then we can graph. So we have here example 1. The first step is to regroup the terms with the same variable. So we have here the variable x squared, minus 6x. And then there's only one term with variable y squared, and then just copy 7. Since our group here has a middle term, we can now complete the square by thinking of an appropriate constant to be placed here. So allow me to just rewrite this one. Now the appropriate constant to be placed here should depend on your middle term. So negative 6 divided by 2, that's negative 3. Squared it, so that will give us positive 9. Now also place positive 9 on the right side, since whatever you do on the left side should also be done on the right side to retain the equality symbol. Now we can factor this out. X minus 3 quantity squared, again negative 3 is from negative 6 divided 2, plus just copy y squared and then perform this, it's 16. Now looking at the form, we still have to transform this one into r squared. So rewrite this portion equals 4 squared because it's equal to 16. Therefore, our center here is, or h is 3. And we don't have our k here, so we'll just place 0. And our radius is 4. We are now ready to graph since we already have the needed values. We already have the center and we already have the radius. Now let us plot the center here. That's 3, 0. And since the radius is 4, we have to count 4 units from all sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 7, 0. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 3, negative 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, that's negative 1, 0. And 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 3, positive 4. Now these 4 dots here are all points of the circle. So we'll just use those dots to create our circle. Here's our circle. Let's now proceed to problem 2. Again, our first step is to regroup all of the terms with the same variable. We have x squared minus 14x. And then, we also have here y squared plus 2y. And then copy negative 14. Now we have to complete the square of this group. So allow me to just rewrite. And then also to this group. Now the appropriate constant here depends on the middle term, negative 14. So negative 14 divided by 2, that's negative 7. Squared at 1, that will give us positive 49. Again, whatever you place in the left side should also be written on the right side. Now, let us proceed here. The number here will depend on the middle term. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 squared is 1. Also write that one on the right side to retain the equality symbol. We can now factor this one. We have x minus 7 quantity squared. Again, negative 7 is from negative 14 divided by 2. Then y plus 1 quantity squared. Again, that is taken from 2 divided by 2. And on this side, we have to perform or operate this to give us positive 36. Now looking at our standard form, we still have to make our right side into r squared. So let us rewrite this portion. And then this is 6 squared because 6 squared is equals to 36. We now have the value of our center, and that is our h is 7, and our k is, since that is negative and this is positive, so it's -1 again because negative times negative is positive, and our radius is 6. Let us now plot the points. Our center here is 7, -1, and our radius is 6, so we'll count 6 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, so it's 13, -1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that's 7, +5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that's 1, -1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that is 7, -7. Now all points here are all points of the circle, so we'll use it, and here's our circle. We'll now proceed to problem 3. The same first step here, we have to group the terms with the same variable. So we have here 16x squared plus 96x, and then other group is 16y squared minus 40y, and then copy 315. Now as you can see in our groupings, 16 is common, so we have to factor it out. 16, what's left is x squared. 96 divided 16 is 6x, and then still factor out 16 here, so y squared. -40 divided 16, it will give us 5/2y, and then copy 315. The next step is to complete the square here, so allow me to just rewrite, and we'll leave that portion to the appropriate constant. The constant here is 6 divided by 2 is 3, 3 squared is 9. Also write on the other side, but remember there's 16 outside, so we have to add 16 times 9. Now in here, input in your calculator -5/2 divided by 2 squared at 1, it will give us 25/16. Again, there's a presence of 16 outside, so we'll do it also on the right side. We can now factor here x plus 3, again that's 6 divided by 2, quantity squared, plus on this side we have y. 5/2 divided by 2 is 5/4, quantity squared, and we have to perform or operate the right side. It will give us 484. Now since 16 is common, we have to divide both sides by 16. So let's have over 16 on the other side as well, over 16. So we are left with x plus 3, quantity squared, and then plus y minus 5/4, quantity squared, and this is 121/4. Now we have to make it in r squared form, so just copy and then this is 11 over 2 raised to 2. From this we'll get our center, so that is positive, so our h is -3 and our k is 5 over 4 and our radius is 11 over 2. So to make it simple to plot, let's have the decimal form here. So this is -3 and that is 5 divided by 4 is 1.25, and then 11 over 2 is equal to 5.5. Let us now plot the center. So it's -3, positive 1.25, so it's in this portion, and this point is our center, and we'll have to count 5.5 units. 1 2 3 4 5.5, so this is 2.5 and then 1.25, then another 5.5, 1 2 3 4 5.5, so this is 4.25, so that point is -3, -4.25, and 1 2 3 4 5.5, so that's -8.5, 1.25, and last one we have 1 2 3 4 5, so that is -3, 6.75. So we will have to make use of those dots to create our circle. Assuming that this is a perfect circle, so this is our graph. That is all for today. Thank you and see you on our next video lesson.